One, two, three, four. Howdy, folks. How are you doing? That was just never going to rhyme from the very offset. Let me make sure the sound's good. All right, fantastic. Well, howdy, folks. Welcome back to another live stream. We normally don't do two in one day, but I wanted to keep playing this. I felt like I got into a really good rhythm and was doing pretty decent with the combat. And then family emergency situation, I had to rush off and take care of some things, but I'm back now. I've got a big old glass full of water, and I should have gotten a straw. If I had even an ounce of intelligence, even like the smallest minute gram of intelligence, I would have gotten a straw so that I could just suck the water. Suckle it right from the straw. Instead, I have to sip it, and then it gets all on my mustache, and I have to vacuum it off. Actually, you know what? I've changed my mind. I'm going to go grab a straw. I'll be right back. It's going to take all of like 2 seconds. It's going to take longer than that. There we go. Hi, I'm back. Encoding overloaded. I don't believe that. Is it just because I transitioned back to this screen and it was a lot of footage all of a sudden? Yeah. Pardon. Everything's still working, though? Seems to be. Cool. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and start the recording. And here we go. Howdy, folks. How are y'all doing? My name is Reese, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XVI, the Let's Play adventure, where last time we finally awoke, I think, is Ifrit, but for real this time. Like, this time we're no longer denying the reality of our existence. We've accepted that we are, in fact, the Ifrit of legend, and we're going to just embrace that moving forward and have some additional cool powers. And I'm looking forward to that. So now we need to return to Eastpool. Now, the last time we passed through here, if this is the same area, and it looks like it is, remember we did find a gate that we could not go through. And I'm wondering if now we have the ability to unlock it, now that we've learned that we can touch little blue stones and make them open up. I don't know if we're going to find anything useful in there, but I think it might well be worth our time to check. And then we'll head on to Eastpool, where no doubt we will discover that everyone we know and care about is dead. Was it right here? It was right up ahead, so this next little clearing. Remember, my theory for returning to Eastpool was that we would arrive in time to see the town on fire, the old man at the well dying, but saying, "Oh good, you came back for me one last time."
What is it?
Nothing good, I'll wager. Come on.
What? Oh, Torgal's rushing ahead? Is that what's happening? What did I tell you? What did I just tell you? We're not going to rush it, though, because I'm almost positive. Look, there's a little blue thing on the door. We still can't do it. Okay, it must be, like, story-related, then. Did Torgal actually, like, run ahead to the village that everyone's going to be dead? The town is going to be on fire. I'm not happy about it. I mean, there's a part of me that's kind of happy about it because it means that my ridiculous theory was, in fact, correct, and everyone up here is going to be dead when we arrive. But I'm not pleased by that turn of events. I didn't want that to be the case. Oh, here we go. I like that they built this wall here. Is this to keep them safe from marauders? Or is this There's fire. That could just be torches, I guess. But no, that looks like the town is on fire. Is this here to stop the blight? Yeah. What'd I tell you? What did I tell you?
What happened here?
Who does that? Who does that? That's not a thing that anyone does. Just sit there and poke them with your sword? Ridiculous. Alright, Imperial Legions. Face my wrath.
We've got a live one.
Not for long, you don't. Well, no, actually, hold on. No, let me take that back. I'm gonna be live this whole time. We're trying to, like, get them all into the whirlwind. There we go. Even if it doesn't kill them all, just having them all in there is satisfying enough. Ooh, I can use a limit break here. And then I'm not exactly sure what that does. I think it just makes me more powerful, and I do big crazy attacks and damage and whatnot. That was satisfying for like the 2 seconds it was active. Beautiful. Is everyone actually dead? Is the mayor also dead? I was assuming the mayor would still be alive to be like, I'm so disappointed in you, Clive. And then he'd say, oh, I'm sorry I let you all down again. Which is a Bionicle quote from the third movie, which is an angsty 12-year-old when that film came out. It was my favorite, I'm not going to lie. That was an interesting year. That was the year of Star Wars Episode 5. And it can turn to the dark side, me being an angsty 12-year-old being like, he did it for his love, though, man. I'd have done it, too. And then, yeah, like, all the other Toa Metru were so mean to Vakama, man. I understand why he turned to the dark side, man. Mataro was a pain in the neck. So I was like very into that plot line at the time. It was cringe of me, I realize. But even looking back on it, even though I can now acknowledge that that was not the best of the three movies, it is better than The Legend Reborn. But a sneeze on a cold day is better than that film. Heaven help us. I still am fascinated with that story. Whenever I think about rewriting, which I do think about rewriting Bionicle a lot. One of the things I think I've talked about is if I had infinite money, I would buy the rights to Bionicle. Maybe not even the toys. Lego can keep that. I would just buy the story rights, and then I would buy, again, unlimited money. I would just buy a studio, an existing one, and then bend them to my will, creating the ultimate Bionicle series. And again, unlimited money. Doesn't matter if anyone else likes it. I'm making a series for me here. This is the ultimate Bionicle movie, and I already know exactly how I would treat that one differently. I'd grow it up a little bit. I would amp the drama up to a degree hitherto unseen upon this earth. You thought that you'd seen Transformers get dramatic. You've not seen dramatic robots until you've seen that, okay? Also, I understand they're not fully robotic. That's the thing with Bionicles. They're biological and mechanical, but that's not what Bionicle stands for. It stands for what does it stand for? Biomechanical Chronicle or something like that? Hold on just one moment. But yeah, no, I've got my big plans. It's gonna happen one of these days. As soon as I find like that ancient pirate's treasure I was always looking for as a kid, and I have my infinite money, this is ridiculous. Listen to him just shouting in there. All right, we're gonna go crazy mode now. Where are they?
Put them all to the sword.
Where are they? Oh, we're gonna burn through both little pills. I didn't know that's how that worked. Oh, and now we're just gonna go down here and fight these guys. The Imperial War Worms, I want to throw out there. These aren't just random animals. They're apparently doing things on the order of the Empire, which is silly because they're worms. Absolutely silly. What is this? An Imperial... That looks like a goblin, is it not? I guess it's just an Imperial Legionnaire, but it looks like a goblin. I think just the way he was standing and kind of moving and comporting himself. Is that the correct use of that word? Comporting? Anyway, just you wait. As a kid, I used to actually dream that someday I would go out into the woods and stumble upon a chest full of buried gold, and because of inflation and the value of how rare it was...
The bearers and those who sheltered them. By Empress Annibella's command.
This is an unpleasant fella. Not a fan of this at all. I used to think that, yeah, it would be worth like billions and I'd be able to do whatever I wanted to. That was like the dream as a kid, and honestly, as an adult, knowing how nonsensical such a desire is, like I'm never going to find buried pirate's treasure. Doesn't mean that I'm not going to sit around and still think about how cool that would be. How cool would that be? If you found a chest, I guess it couldn't be unlimited money. I mean, that could be like a fairy tale wish, though. So if someone gave you a fairy tale wish, but you had to pick unlimited money, what would you do with it? I realize that there's probably better things to do with my money, like probably for society in general, than just make new Bionicle movies. But I don't care about what's best for society. It's what am I going to do with my money, right? Society can burn for all I care. I'm making a Bionicle franchise. Society's already burning. I can't fix that with a bit of unlimited money. That's just going to make the situation worse. Remember, with unlimited money, first off, you have to keep it a secret. Because as soon as someone finds out that you have magical unlimited money, I mean, the economy's going to go in the toilet, right? As soon as they realize that you're just, like, constantly generating new currency, and somehow not going to prison for it. It's a magic thing, right? It's like unlimited gold or whatever. If people know that is happening, then the value of that resource is going to tank in a matter of days. You know, it's not going to continue to have its value if people know there's an unlimited supply of it and you have it. Also, you're going to start being hunted. Whatever countries like export the most amount of, like, let's say it's gold. You have unlimited gold somehow because of a fairy tale wish or something. They're going to come after you. You're going to have people sent after you. People are going to want to, like, capture you. The U.S. government is going to want to just, like, sit you in the middle of Fort Knox and be like, you sit here now and just produce gold. Okay, good news, everyone. We're canceling taxes. We have infinite gold. Again, you'd have to keep it a secret somehow. But then you have to find someone who's going to buy your gold from you, right? Because you can't just, like, take gold to the store and spend it. So you got to find someone who's going to buy gold and not ask questions. You can use one of those, like, TV things where it's like, we buy gold, and they do, but they give you literally the minimum amount of money your gold is worth. You could use one of those, but after a while, they're going to start asking questions. So you kind of have to just, like, alternate between all of them. And then, I don't know, they might send you tax documents, right? Like, what if you have to get a 1099 from them or something, showing where you made money off selling your gold, and then you have to explain it to the IRS. So you're going to have to find someone to, like, under the table, give all of your infinitely generated gold to. They're going to be like your fence and deal with it for you. They'll just give you the cash. It's going to be confusing. Maybe you could start your own kingdom, though. Maybe you just buy an island and start generating the gold there, and you can export it and just be like, sorry, this is my kingdom now, and there's just a bit of gold here. But there's just a bit, because you only ever export just enough to buy, like, Disney or DreamWorks or something, and then start making the Bionicle movies.
Sorry, Lady Hannah.
Yeah. This is exactly what I said was going to happen. I didn't know. I didn't know. I promise you I did not know. I just have played enough games that I knew this is what was going to happen.
My mother.
I didn't know in advance. I haven't read anything.
We're too late. Gav. Clive.
It's such a small world where we all just keep running into each
On
other.
the orders of the Duchess, eh? We knew East Pool was harbouring bearers. Thought they were safe enough hidden up here, but someone must have let slip.
Didn't the mayor himself say?
Only come to us sooner, none of this would have had to happen. Fuck!
My mother always did despise bearers. The way Father embraced them when the other nations spat on them as slaves. The way an accident of birth gave them a power that others lacked.
But why kill everyone? They meant no harm. They just wanted to be free.
This world judges that a crime punishable by death. Which is why we're going to change it. Gav, we want to help.
Thought you'd got your own stuff to be getting on with.
We do. But it can wait.
What's that glow around Gav's
Yes,
head?
we should head back and tell Sid you've had a change of heart. He was always on it yet to join us.
Is my PS5 melting? What is happening?
Best be quick. Last I heard, he was planning another excursion.
What about the villagers?
Aye. Can I leave yous lot to take care of things here?
Of course. We'll make sure they get a proper burial.
Thank you. All of you.
When you're ready, then.
I'm not happy about being right. I'm kind of happy because... But I'm not pleased with the result. This is actually a tragedy. But I did call it. It wasn't hard to predict, though, was it?
Rats, lead me to your nest.
Oh. He is a suspicious character.
Lord Kupka's message for your leader. If only he knew where to send it.
Kupka? Like King Kupka? I'm sorry, what? What is this guy's story? I don't like him. Should we not take him back? Oh, we have no other option. The game is literally like, no. This is what you're doing. You want to go over here? No. You would go over here? No, you're going to go here to the hideaway. That's fine. I don't care. If that's what needs to be done, then that's what we'll do. Man, the load times in this game are stellar. I'm assuming that's that PlayStation 5 SSD.
Solar, then. We have a lot to discuss.
I've been wondering why you can't get load times like that on PC with SSDs that are faster than the PS4s, even Gen 5 SSDs. And I think the reason is when you design a game for the PlayStation 5, you kind of know the hardware that it's going into. And you can tune the darn thing, like, really well. But when you're making it for PC, you're building it for a platform where someone might still be running it off of a 5700 RPM hard drive. And so that optimization just doesn't happen. So no matter how stupidly fast your SSD may be, it doesn't matter, because the game is designed in case you have a 2.5-inch spinning disc, or heaven forbid, you're just burning everything to DVDs. Can you imagine? No one is doing that. How are you, Jill?
We can keep running. Or we can walk through this door.
Okay, no, you're fair. That's fair. So we're officially joining the group now.
This place is getting more crowded by the day.
I tell myself the bustle's a blessing. There'll be time enough for quiet contemplation when I'm dead. So, did you find the answers you were looking for?
I still don't know what to make of this gift, curse, or whatever it is I've been given. But there is one thing I can say for certain. I am a dominant, Ifrit. And there is nothing I can do to change that. It is a burden I must bear until my dying day.
Spoken true. Forgiveness and in turn salvation can only begin with acceptance. It's a path we all must walk, no matter how colourful our histories.
Sid, you once told me that you wanted to build a place where people could die on their own terms.
I did.
I've been thinking about that. Why not a place where people can live on their own terms? For 13 years, killing was all I knew. So obsessed with death that I never stopped to consider the lives of those around me. Lives that I see now were scarcely worth living. Be they bearers or beggars, most march blindly to their end, never realizing that they too deserve a choice. And I dare not turn a blind eye to their suffering any longer.
So, atonement then, is it?
That was the answer we found.
The only one we need.
I'll be expecting you both to pull your weight.
And we will.
Well then, with a sprinkle of fire and ice, this plan of mine might just work.
What trouble are you looking to get yourself into now?
The best kind. We're going to sneak into the Imperial capital and pay a visit to Mother.
Not the music I would have picked for that scene, but I think it was perfect. Whoa. Oh, earlier. The Holy Empire of Sandbreck.
And the last of our farmholds in the eastern provinces has succumbed to the blight.
Without their yield, we will be hard-pressed to fill the capital's granaries before winter.
If there is a capital by then, the black creeps closer as we speak.
And yet you do naught but bawl and bluster.
Do you have any recommendations?
Your Radiance?
If it is fertile land the Empire requires, we need but look south.
If you mean the crystalline Dominion's holdings, we are bound by mutual accord. Theirs is a neutral state whose borders we are sworn to respect.
Gentlemen, did we swear to see our people starve?
Well, I really do think that...
Weasels.
The gates of Oriflamme buckle at the flood of those come seeking refuge from the Blight. If there is not grain enough to feed those within our walls, how, pray tell, will we feed those without? But instead of setting your minds to riddles such as these, you lock horns with an enemy from across the sea, sending our soldiers to the slaughter in their thousands. The Empire bleeds, and you sit here prattling like crones in a tea house. And you fancy yourselves leaders of men. Sandbreck is naught without her citizens. We are but their servants. If their land is being wrested away, it is our duty to claim new lands for them.
Your Radiance! You cannot mean a war of conquest.
That is exactly what I mean. It is time we expanded our dominion. This is the will of great Grieger.
There will be uproar. Then we must find a way to distract the citizenry.
But how much will that cost? And what of our legions? Shall we raise the furs?
Well, someone will have to contend with the Dalmex.
I will not keep you. You all have much to do.
I just feel like there's probably other options. Have you thought about buying grain from somewhere else? Looks like you've got plenty of opulence. Why don't you sell that table there? Someone would pay a lot of money for that table. And you could just buy the grain.
Where is my son?
The Lord Prince is currently garrisoned at the Strait of Author. If it please you, I can send word requesting his immediate return to the Holy Capital.
That won't be necessary. Tell him instead to see to his wounds. Bahamut's strength will be needed again soon.
As you command.
That's like a bit of an nothing of a message. I feel like if I got that, like, see to your wounds, you'll be needed again soon, I would have no idea how to progress.
I must have misheard. You mean to tell me that the mother crystals are the reason the world is dying?
Ooh.
Are you mad?
I have been called that on occasion, but no, not today.
Are they doing like a Final Fantasy VII and trawling all the ether out of the ground?
Empty wastes where once were green meadows. Land drained so dry of its ether, not even the rats remained. But where was it all going? I spent years searching for an answer, until I saw it standing right in front of me. There, in the self-same crystals we look to for their so-called blessing. All right, listen. Take this crystal. How does it allow us to conjure magics? Answer, by drawing ambient ether from the air. And where do these crystals come from?
That's easy. They're mined from the mother crystals.
They're one and the same. Although admittedly this here fits more easily in the pocket.
But the mother crystals are massive. Some as large as mountains.
So you see the problem. Imagine just how much ether can be drawn by something that size. As to where it's all going, mind, well, I can't know everything, can I?
We are taught that the mother crystals are divine. Their ether a gift from the heavens. For centuries, nations have fought and fallen for want of that gift. If what you say is true, how did no one else see it?
Who says they didn't? Maybe the truth was inconvenient.
Inconvenient to whom, exactly?
The higher-ups? The gods themselves?
So now you want to do something about the crystals. And what? We're not helping bearers and dominants anymore.
I didn't say that. I made a promise and I intend to keep it. But if we continue down this path, there's only one fate that awaits the realm. And we can't very well set our people free if they're all lying dead in a blighted ditch. Not if we want to create a place where they can live on their own terms anyway. Sort of defeats the purpose. So, if we have to bring the old world crashing down in order to build us a new one, what say you? Are you with me?
I suppose it's about time I repaid your faith.
You could have just said aye. But it's nice to have you aboard all the same.
Interesting. So it's basically...
myself into. I'm going to need more than a few potions for this.
Oh yeah, definitely we are. This is basically Final Fantasy VII now. We've got the Mother Crystals in place of Shinra, and it's draining the planet dry by sucking up all the ether, and the planet's dying. I'm here for it. It's the same plot, but repackaged in a different sort of box. Let's do all these side quests we got around here.
You've lost a letter. Nothing too important, I hope.
Not just a letter. I lost everything. There's a hole in my damn pack, and fool that I am, I didn't bloody notice.
It can't be that bad, surely.
How could it be any worse? I'm a courier. I carry things. If I can't do my job right, then what am I good for? Nothing, that's what. I buggered it right up. That means no herbs for the infirmary, and no fresh meat for our cooking pots. Worst of all, that letter I lost, it was for Sid. A letter he's been waiting on for days.
Maybe if you retrace your steps.
I'd scour Storm from coast to coast if I could, but there are curse breakers in the field, counting on my arrival. No, I'll just have to own up to Otto and Sid. They're gonna skin me alive.
Fine. Tell me where to look.
Are you serious? Thank you.
It sounds like the hideaway could use those supplies. So, where should I start?
Gotan's bales, perhaps? I took a tumble in the bushes when I was passing through. There's a chance my pack might have caught on something. If you can find everything I dropped, you'll be doing us all a favor. And if you can find Sid's letter, you'll be saving my life.
If it's there, I'll find it.
Wonderful. Now, I have to run if I'm to make my next delivery in time. I trust you can find your way to Gotan's bales. Oh, and hurry, will you? Sid doesn't like to be kept waiting.
No, I wouldn't expect so. That doesn't seem like something in his nature. Then again, does anyone like to be kept waiting? Well, I suppose some people. But that's like a whole thing unto its own. Okay. We'll go ahead and we'll do that. But first, there's another side quest here.
I should make for Sambrek as soon as I can.
Sure, but let's see what this other quest is and see if it's also related to leaving. Is it right over here? Oh, is it with the Chocobo lady? Is she going to offer me an ability to ride the Chocobo? Oh, it's with the feller.
Never this late.
Okay.
Where are you, Randall?
Is everything all right?
Forgive me, young man. I was in a world of my own. I'm worried about my friend, you see. He left some time ago and hasn't returned. You know what it's like out there for a bearer on his own.
Why leave the safety of the hideaway?
For coin. Sad though it is, our need outweighs the risk. The hideaway can't survive on goodwill alone. And though Karen does what she can, her coffers aren't bottomless. Wait. You were a soldier, were you not? In the Imperial Army?
I was.
Then might I ask a favour of you? I'm too old to be traipsing hither and yon.
Hither and yon.
Will you go and find him for me?
I would love to.
I'll do what I can.
Oh, thank you.
What can you tell me about your friend?
His name is Randall, and I suspect you'll find him in Lost Wing. He's been working for Quinton, the tavern keeper. He'll know something, I'm sure.
I'll speak to him.
Safe travels, my friend. And thank you again.
Randall seems like way too normal a name. I don't really want to prioritize this one because we've already got another one prioritized, and they're both out in the field anyway. Randall just seems way too real, like to a point where it is distracting. I would like to open the world map. Yes, please. Which one of these do we want to hit up first? We've got... actually, I don't know which one is which. Lost Wing is going to be missing Randall. So we might as well... You know what? Let's pretend like it's a real adventure. And we're leaving here and we're walking. And this is the first place we would get to. So that's the first place we're going to go. That's what I think makes the most sense. Oh, yeah. Okay, I think we found all of the contents right here in this field. This is, if I'm not mistaken, the second time we've come back here for a side quest.
The courier said his pack might have split while he was passing through the bales.
He did say that.
I better keep my eyes open.
Absolutely, you oughta. Lost supplies.
Looks like I'm in the right area.
Are these guys going to be, like, collecting the lost supplies? I'm going to have to get them back from them. I have to, like, compel them to please give me back those lost supplies. I'm begging you. It doesn't actually look that way. It does look like whatever that last one is there, it's really far away. So we're going to have to go on a real journey to get there. Yo, that was just a gill bug, sure. Unless that's part of the other quest, but I don't know if we'd be able to run from here to... Can we run from here? Actually, we might be able to.
I doubt he could have fit much more in his pack. Still no sign of Sid's letter, though. We've come this far. Might as well ask around.
Yeah, I think that is actually the other quest down there, if I'm not mistaken.
A little overdressed to be picking grapes, aren't you? Are you here for Master Quentin?
I'm looking for a letter someone dropped nearby. I don't suppose you've seen it.
Can't say I have, sorry.
Well, if you do...
Wait, I did pass a dog with something in its mouth a little while back. Could have been a piece of paper. No idea if it was your letter, but you never know.
Which way did it go?
Towards Lost Wing. Seemed well looked after to me. Dare say someone there's been feeding it.
To the village, then. Thank you.
So this is that area where you can run clear from one side to the other without having to go back to the world map. And I realized that the quests actually have a 1 and 2 next to them. And on the map in front, or on the actual world in front of us, you can see that 1 and 2 represented very plainly on the different markers. So 2 is going to be our missing person, and 1 down here is going to be our missing dog, potentially. I guess the dog's not missing. The piece of paper's missing and is with the dog. But, I mean, I suppose that if we don't know where the dog is, it's more, is it really a missing dog? I mean, if Torgal went missing, that would be a missing dog, because he's our dog and we should know where he is.
The shad's all salted and smoked.
Hey, little fella. How are you doing? Can I just retrieve this without having, like, a whole ordeal with you? Are you reading it? Can you read? I would be majorly impressed if it turned out this dog could read.
We have a culprit. Sorry, boy.
I'm an Imperial spy. They call me Spot, but I have no spots.
He's waited long enough already.
What a bizarro interaction.
We're out of trouble.
Yes, hopefully. In the meantime, while we're in the area, let's go ahead and see. This is why I wanted to queue them both up, just in the off chance they all kind of cross paths later on. And what do you know? Here we are, crossing paths. What's up, by the way? Do you have anything new?
We haven't much, but you're free to look.
No, so you've not replenished your supplies with anything new and useful. You do have potions, though. I'm going to have to give that a pass. What is this? A Lionheart tonic? What does this do? It's said that one's own limits are made to be broken, but that doing so is easier said. Okay, which is it gradually fills the limit break gauge for 30 seconds. That's kind of cool. Yeah, we'll have a couple of those. Have a good one. We could probably get those back there at the hideaway as well, but just while we're in the area, I thought we'd stock up, because we don't have them otherwise. Have we read this notice before? We probably have, and we're not going to again.
Ah, if it isn't Sid's young protege. To what do I owe the pleasure?
I'm looking for a bearer called Randall. I hear he's been coming to you for work. He was expected back at the hideaway some time ago. A friend of his asked me to check on him.
Randall, you say? The porter? Yes, I know him. And I can't say I'm surprised if he has been delayed. I gave him enough to do. Though, thinking about it, he should probably have been back by now.
I'll go and look for him. Where was he headed?
He was to meet an associate of mine to the south of here, on Lorbert's Pass. I do hope nothing's happened to him. Be sure to let me know, Clive.
I don't like this man's laid-back demeanor. The way he just takes everything in stride. He doesn't seem too bothered by these events. And in fact, he seems to know more than he's letting on. I know that he's technically friends with Sid, but I don't like him. That's the kind of guy where if you find out later in the game that he's betrayed you, you're not too shocked about it. Because it seems like he would. He's not down with the cause. Not the way that we are. So how do we need to get there? We need to get over to here. Can I fast travel to a point closer? No, there are no points closer. That's unfortunate. Can I actually physically run from here to... Yeah, I think I can. Is there something in between? There doesn't appear to be. What is all this up here? Am I going to come back and explore all this in the future? Because it looks like both of these points are inaccessible. Interesting. Okay. We can't go that way either. Or that way. What's over here, though? I have so many questions that I'm just going to have to wait and be patient to get answered, I guess. Do we think that we need to go up here in order to get around to... Oh, this must be the path, isn't it? Yeah, no, this is 100% the way. And if I'm wrong, then that's just unfortunate, but there's not much I can do about it at this point. Hey, why does Torgal... Oh, they're with me. I had no idea these two were with me. I was just about to turn around and say, why does Torgal never go with me on any of these side quest adventures? But literally him and Jill are here. We've got something of a party, then. What's up, Village Guard? I'm not going to talk to you right now. I can't imagine you have anything interesting to say. Are there any monsters respawned here? It seems pretty peaceful. If I found out that monsters never respawned in the overworld, I'd be pretty okay with that. Or they only respawn for quest purposes. Because that kind of makes me stopping to fight them at all times a little bit more sensible. If it means that traversing the world in the future will be easier going. Because they won't come back. That would actually be swell. Hi there, buddy. Just did that to really assert myself as a dominant of fire. Completely unnecessary, but I think it got the point across. Definitely didn't hit the wrong button.
Right.
Oh.
Man, thank the gods. You're one of us. We were attacked. Beastmen on the road. Randall knew he didn't play the hero, but reckless sod insisted on drawing him off.
Where did this happen?
Further down the road. In the clearing. Please. You have to see that he's safe.
I'll do what I can. You go back to Lost Wing and tell Quentin what happened.
Still can't believe I'm saving someone named Randall. It's Final Fantasy games, man. Every so often you'll have just a regular old name. You'll have a Cloud, an Aerith, and a Tifa, and then a Randall. Sup, Beastmen? Bunch of hill goblins. Oh, man, watch this. They're not going to see this one coming. This is going to be hilarious. Big guy's not going to be too bothered, but it's the little ones that I really want to get sucked up in there. Actually, Big One doesn't seem to be doing too well himself. He might be able to get out, but he's not done so yet. Should we just start hurling fire at him? Oh no, he's getting out. No, he's on his way. That's unfortunate. Okay, don't try to steal my glory there, Jill. Alright, I won't thank you for it, I promise. Oh, he has such a gross little face. He's got a big fat body with a gross little face, and I don't like looking at it. And I want to just burning strike him and get him out of here. I'm gonna try to do a parry. I did not do a parry correctly. I'm gonna try it again. I'm gonna keep trying. I did not do it correctly that time at all. Come on, try again. I'm real... Okay, is it not just that you press attack? Why is it not working? Come on, you. You've got to get, like, perfect timing on that. Every time I've ever done it, it has been entirely by accident. There we go! I did it! I got the perfect timing. First time we've ever actually done a parry intentionally. I wonder if you could, like, dodge an attack like that. Yes, you can. I was going to say, can you dodge an attack like this and then go into a parry? Because that seems to make more sense anyway. For an attack like that, that's just going to keep happening.
That'll help. Not this time.
I want to try again. Dang it, no. I don't know. Is there like a way to practice this? I guess I could go into the little practice gauntlet thing that we've got back at the hideaway and just practice parrying. But will I ever actually get it down? That's the question. Considering I can't even get the timing on dodges down correctly, like 100%, I feel like the odds of me getting parry, I mean, those seem even more difficult. So, considering I've managed to do a number of successful dodges...
Not this time.
Ah, dang it. Come on, you. Come on, do it again. I'm ready. I think I might be either going... I think I might actually be going too early more often than not. I'm not sure. See, I got that timing down really well for the dodges, but... Come on, take a swing at me. Does it have to be, like, right before it connects? Hit me again. I need to stop. I need to stop. This is how I'm going to die down here. It's just... literally standing here waiting for him to almost hit me is a good way to get myself killed down here. Ugh. There we go. Also, I forgot we're supposed to be trying to rescue someone. They're probably dead on the road somewhere. They're just bleeding out and they're watching Clive just stand there like, come on, take a swing. Oh! Okay, do it again. Do it again. I'm ready this time. That's got to be frustrating. Oh, shoot. Is this his corpse back here? Oh, yeah. No, that's a body. That's an absolute body.
Sorry, Randall. Looks like I was too late. He doesn't deserve to rot by the roadside. I'll speak to Quentin.
I mean, we could probably do something. We're strapping young men. We could just pick the fella up. Or we could just leave him. That's fine, too. I'm not pressed one way or the other. I think we can fast travel back here, though, can't we? Yeah. Get us back there a little bit more quickly. I wonder... Like, surely, no matter what, he dies, right? It's not because I spent 20 minutes trying unsuccessfully to parry that he... That's not the reason he... That's not the reason he... I refuse to believe that that's the reason he died. It could be, though. That would almost make it funny. As it is right now, it's just tragic that a man with such a real-world name like Randall is dead. That really brings it home.
Ah, there you are. My man told me what happened. And? I can't help but notice you're alone. Damn it. I feared as much.
He's not far from the South Gate. I trust you'll do right by him.
Of course. I'll send someone right away. I knew he was brave, though I didn't know he was reckless. Poor fool.
And you known him long?
A while. I liked the fact that he didn't shy away from dangerous work, and he liked what I paid.
Because it helped keep the hideaway afloat.
I'll tell Sid what happened here. I expect he'll be none too pleased to learn of Randall's fate. And I suppose you're none too happy either. For your trouble.
Needs of the many. Tragic. Well, time to get back out of here. And we can go to the overworld map from the little map. Head back, and now we just turn in that letter. And that should be it for side quests. Then it looked like we needed to go stock up on supplies. I'm kind of hoping when we go over here, she offers us an expansion to our storage in some way. Like the ability to hold more potions or the like would be pretty handy. Maybe we can exchange 40,000 sharpened talons or nails or teeth or fangs or whatever they are.
There you are. I just got back to the hideaway and thankfully Otto hasn't seen me yet. I don't suppose you,
Found the things you dropped. I did.
I was so sure they'd be gone. And the letter?
Only a little worse for wear.
No more skulking about in the shadows for me, then. And all thanks to you. Losing those supplies was one thing, but if Sid had found out about that letter...
Is it about Cursebreaker business?
If only. It's from his daughter. She's
What?
Studying in Canver, and her letters are all that keep Sid sane while she's away.
I did not know that Sid had a daughter.
Well, he's a busy man. And thanks to you, he won't be wasting his time smiting careless couriers with levin bolts. So I'd say you did us both a service. Here, for your troubles.
Appreciate it.
If there's anything you're wanting from Sid, today's the day. He'll be sweet as honey once he gets his hands on this.
What could we want from Sid? What could we possibly want to ask him? Or get from him? Red Letter Day. Nice, alright. He seemed like it was going to be a good letter as well. Like, he knew that. Like, Sid would be really excited to read it. So, like, does he read Sid's mail? Because that seems like something you wouldn't want from your mail carrier. Not that I'd put it above them.
So what God's forsaken corner of the realm is Sid dragging you off to this time?
Oriflamme.
The Holy Capital. And what business would you lot having... On second thoughts, I don't want to know.
You really don't. You don't want to know at all. All right, what have you got to offer me here? So nothing but objectively worse weapons, objectively worse gear. You have nothing for me, do you? What is this? I think I already got one of these, don't I? And one of these as well. Heat wave. That's faking me out. All right, and it can't make me happier now. I'll go ahead and stock up on potions.
It'd better all be here. You're rubbing me blind, you know.
Yeah. I don't think I have anything interesting to sell at the moment. So I think we'll call it there.
Oriflamme, I hear the trading routes leading south have seen more than double the usual traffic. If you ask me, summat foul's brewing. And it ain't Tyre's borbile tea. Oh, just go and see Otto, will you?
All right.
I suppose I can do that. But first things first, let's swing through here and see if we can actually upgrade this weapon of ours any. Oh, look, it's the Moogle. Careful, you don't set that breath alight, Kupo. I feel like I've just been insulted. Is he saying I have, like, alcoholic breath or something?
What's that for you, dear?
Okay, so we want to go to reinforce. And my sword does not even show up on here as an option to reinforce. Alright, nothing we can actually reinforce. What about crafting then? What can I craft? I can still craft Stormcry, but it would be worse than the weapon we currently have. In fact, if we just open up the compare gear screen, there is nothing we want to... Oh, Flame Tongue. With a tongue of flame spoke the words of destruction. So, what we currently have, Invictus, one of a set of 7 swords, said to have been forged in the flame of Mount Drestinus. Invictus has been passed down through generations for use by the Archduke's family and his closest shields. Archduke Elwyn presented Invictus to Rodney Murdoch on the day he was promoted to Lord Commander. Okay, so we want to hold on to that. We don't want to get rid of it. But, Stormcry, though. I'm sorry. But, Flame Tongue, though.
Don't waste my time.
What do I need to craft this? What do you mean I can't? What am I missing? I'm missing... I have Stormcry. What? I do have... Isn't that what I'm currently wielding? Oh, no, I'm wielding Invictus. I don't have Stormcry. So I need to build Stormcry.
If I do say so myself.
And use that to build...
And how am I meant to do that then?
Use that to build... Okay, no, I figured it out. There we go. So now I have Flame Tongue, and I don't have Stormcry. And I can't build it. So... That's interesting. Was Stormcry the one that I was going to build last time, but I realized that Gaia Blade was better, so I just didn't. So we'd have to build it eventually anyway in order to get to Flame Tongue. Which, I mean, speaking of building things, is there anything here that's better than... Not really. Okay, well, can we reinforce that now? No. It looks like that's... Yeah, so that's just as good as it gets. Well, we're going to go ahead and make sure... that we have that equipped, now that we've gone through the effort of constructing it. Don't get me wrong. It's, oh, yeah, we do. Invictus is great, and we're going to keep it with us, but Flame Tongue seems cooler. And then, what about our icon abilities? Oh, right, so we've got our new Ignition, Will of the Wikes, and Limit Break Other. Oh, so that's just an upgrade. So I can upgrade that if I wanted to, but we're still holding out that we can get this. Because this seems like it's going to be really cool. All of these things, though. So what is this? Summon a storm of fireballs that circles around Clive, damaging nearby targets while also absorbing damage. Attack while charging, inflicting multiple hits and forcing the enemy back. It can be used in midair. And then just looks like an upgrade. I don't know if we need that all that badly. Sphil to semi-prime, improving battle performance for a short period of time. I don't know what the upgrade would actually net us. And I don't really think I want to switch to either of these... Attack while charging, inflicting multiple hits, forcing the enemy back. I don't know. I feel like what we've got right now is kind of a good loadout. And I kind of don't want to shrek around with it at all, even though these are both cheap. It would eat into the $16.95 we need for this. So we're going to hold off on any purchasing anything else and upgrades and all of that. We're not going to do that just yet. Let's go speak with Otto and see what he's up to. And see what he might have to say on about the ordeal.
Take a seat, Clive.
So you're really going through with it? Sid's been talking about bringing down a Mother Crystal since I've known him. But that's all it's ever been. Talk.
He's convinced it's the right thing to do. We'll be leaving for the capital shortly.
Well, you couldn't have picked a better moment. Seems the hiding the royalists gave him wasn't enough to dampen old Sylvester's spirits. His legions are on the march again. This time, due south.
Another war.
All as the great Grieger wills it. Bloodthirsty little miss, that one. That's God's for you, innit? Still, might work to our advantage on this occasion. Wars breed chaos. On the front lines, and at home. With a fair wind behind them, a handful of like-minded ne'er-do-wells could melt into the back alleys of Oriflamme. No trouble. Is making it to the capital that's the problem.
The checkpoint.
That's right. Anyone travelling in or out of Oriflamme has to go through Northreach. Lucky for you, I might just know of a way.
Yes.
Well, no, not that. That gets you an audience with the Dame. And it's the Dame who'll see you safely through Northreach. I'll send a Stolas in the morning. Let her know you're coming. We go way back. And she's a true friend of the cause. I'm sure you'll get on like a house on fire.
That's good of you, but... who is this Dame, and where will I find her?
She's the proud proprietress of Northreach's foremost house of ill repute. The Vale. And she's quite a woman, if you know what I mean.
A woman. Right.
He doesn't know.
Don't go blinding her with your charm now, lad. I'll be expecting a full report when you get back.
I'm sorry, what is this? Alliant reports are now available. Is that correct? Alliant? That seems right. For viewing by speaking to Gout at the Alliant report counter in the Hideaway's mess. These reports, compiled by the Cursebreakers, contain information on quests currently available across Okay. So, if there's like maybe... I mean, I don't know if that's true.
Suppose that's everything.
My theory was going to be...
Now to find Gav.
My thought was that maybe I would talk to him like for a split second and he would tell me if there are quests in other regions that we've previously gone to. Because that's something I've questioned a few times now. Can a new side quest pop up in an area we've already been to? But it might actually just be like a record of quests that we've done. We'll find out when we chat with him.
Oh, you're the new lad, aren't you? Goat at your service. Well, at the Hideaway service, anyway. Otto's put me in charge of reading through the reports sent in by our allies and picking out any problems that might warrant the attention of the Cursebreakers. Or any other willing volunteers. And there's no shortage of problems, I can tell you. Or maybe I don't have to. I'll warrant a strapping lad like you who's got people begging him for help wherever you go. Anyway, if you're ever interested in taking a look over the list, just say the word. Reckon you could probably tick off the odd thing here and there. They say little acts of kindness are their own reward. But if that ain't enough, these have got proper bounties on them and all.
Who are you?
Me?
I do what Otto tells me. Suppose you could say I'm his right-hand man. He's a hard master, but not nearly as hard as my old one was. When that man beat me bloody and threw me out onto the streets to die, it was Otto who found me and took me in. I owe him. And so I help him look after the ledgers as well as reading through all of the reports coming in from our allies across the Twins. If it sounds like someone out there needs our help, I make note so I can point any willing volunteers in the right direction. Are you willing? There's no surer way of turning Otto's frown a little less frowny. So I was right. That's basically exactly what it is. Vugout's Alliant reports to not only find new quests around Velestia, but also travel immediately to the obelisk waypoint nearest their location. Cool! Okay, so this is the actual, exactly what I assumed it would be. While the cat's away, and then we have the whole... Okay, so that's really awesome. So that's going to be how we do that moving forward. And I'm assuming different parts of the story, like there'll be different quests in there, and maybe you can even miss them if you don't use them immediately.
Are you new to the Hideaway, perchance?
You could say that.
In a broad sense, you might.
Then, allow me to welcome you. I am Harpocrates II Hyperboreus.
I beg your pardon?
Quite a mouthful, I know. Which is why everyone here has taken to calling me simply Tomes, on account of the company I keep. And what varied company. I'm a collector, you see. Not of bijou and baubles, but of stories. The history and culture of these isles have ever been a source of endless fascination to me. But alas, my days of wandering the realm in search of new tales are far behind me. And so I've taken to sharing that which I've gathered with all who might listen. Perhaps you would care to listen. I don't believe you've read this particular chapter.
The Thousand Tomes is a comprehensive compendium of Valestian lore, covering everything from basic terms to important persons, geography, and history. New information is constantly added as Clive progresses through the story. Past active time lore entries can also be viewed here.
I have compiled some new entries, if you would like to see them.
This is fun. Oh my gosh. Dun 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 dun. Wow. Okay, so we've got some interesting stuff in here. Dating back to antiquity, the term Egai, or EG, has historically been used to describe those ethereal entities that can be conjured by dominance. Aegis are capable of casting potent magics corresponding to the elemental alignment of their creators. Though unquestionably formidable, they will fade immediately should the dominant who gave them being happen to be slain. Fun. So, I mean, there's not that much in here. Oh, I take it all back. There's a lot in here. Oh, man. All right, well, I'm good right now. Thank you. It's good to know that we basically have Wikipedia in the game. Maybe a little inconvenient having to come all the way over to this guy for it. Man. Well, we are ready to continue on our way, but I'm kind of curious about those side quests, so maybe we'll pick up there next time. Till then, thank you folks for watching. God bless you, and I'll see you later. Bye! There we go. Well, that was quite the fun, wasn't it? I do have the lights slightly different in here. I kept looking down at my face and realizing, like, that doesn't look right. Why does my face look like that? And I finally realized it's because I've got the lights dimmer than I normally have them, because it was causing some eye strain earlier. Check and make sure the family's not on fire. Oh, there was a missed call. Let me check on that, and then we'll come right back. I bet you thought I wasn't coming back, didn't you? I kind of forgot. I went and I took a call and I got some water and I was in there and I was like, it's been a good day. It's been a good day. Nice quiet evening. I'm live! I'm back now, though. Let's start recording. Howdy, folks! How are y'all doing? My name is Reese. Welcome back to another episode of our Final Fantasy XVI Let's Play Adventure extravaganza of awesomeness and fun times to be had here in the wonderful world of a kingdom that I keep forgetting the name of. But it is called, I was really hoping it would say when we got here, there's like a name for the whole of the continent, and I forgot what it is. It's like El Continente, or something along those lines. It might be like Aerith, the Aerith Sea? Maybe something like that? Not that. That's not it. Like, objective, I know that's not it. But we are ready to continue our quest. Kinda. We're not going to. We're actually going to go over here and do a series of side quests because I think that would be a fun time.
Right.
I don't know if these will become unavailable if we don't use them immediately. So I thought we might as well just go ahead and do this. So we've got Welcoming Committee and Dying on the Vine, as well as one in the Imperial Province of Rosaria, While the Cat's Away, and I'm not sure which one I want to do first. Let's do this one, because it's over in Martha's Rest. We were just in Lost Wing for a couple of side quests, so let's go ahead and do this one. I'm much more interested in that. I'm also wondering whether or not these are going to possibly open up into a series of like small quest series, right? Like, could you do one and then you go back and visit the same person and do sort of the same thing? Or like, will there be quest lines, basically? Or are they all just kind of like one throwaway sort of a situation?
Stunful. I've seen your face before. You're a friend of Martha's. Help us, I beg you.
Help you with what?
Bandits in the Golden Stables. They're waving their swords around. I think they're gonna kill someone.
Well.
When I saw what was happening, I slipped out the back. I should have stayed, but... Oh, please help them.
There's zero reason you should have stayed. You did the right thing.
I'll see to your problem.
It's odd that you didn't go to someone with a bit of authority to deal with it.
How many were there?
I was out of the door too fast to count. They looked a nasty bunch, though. Be careful in there, all right?
I mean, I have a series of questions for you. We're going to go ahead and prioritize this one. And we'll just barge in there. Is this going to be a silly situation where they're all just like, it's a crazy drunken night out with the boys and they're just having a bit of a wild time?
Ha! Golden Stables my ass. All Martha's hiding back here is coppers. Huh? Oh, that's a fine sword, friend. Heavy, though, I expect. What say we relieve you of it?
This is our new sword, isn't it? Can I check that real quick? And make sure, because I remember we got a new sword last time, but I cannot remember. In all the time since, yeah, Flame Tongue. With a tongue of flame, spake he the words of destruction.
Get him.
I imagine it's going to be basically indistinguishable from our previous sword in terms of usability. It kind of looks that way, yeah. These guys are a bit of a pushover. I feel bad doing this whole scrape up indoors. We're definitely making a mess of things. That was about to drop on me, is what you were about to do there, Jill. Hello? Just no response to it? Thank you for the Y-Right.
I'll be keeping my blade, thank you.
Tell him like it is.
There he is, the hero of the Golden Stables.
People will think twice about pushing us around again, thanks to you. We're lucky you were nearby. No good cowards wouldn't have dared set foot in the place if I'd been here, of course.
But you weren't. I thought you told me you had someone watching the place.
The Blood Axes keep an eye on the tavern, yeah. When they're not busy keeping the peace, that is. I've spread them as thin as they'll go. The Empire might be in charge, but that don't mean they care to keep us safe. If it weren't for the Blood Axes and me, merchants won't come near these lands for fear of what might happen to them.
I see. Then you do Rosaria a great service.
Just as you did today. You're a useful man to have around. Here.
And there'll be a mug of something tasty waiting for you whenever you next stop by.
Right, we've got work to do for to make this place presentable. You best be going, before I arm you with a mop.
while the cat's away. That was pretty straightforward. Now, how do we get back? Do I have to open up the world map and fast travel myself back there? Or are we going to automatically pop back up in the hideaway? Okay, that's unfortunate. That's me. You're darn right. I am the man of the hour. And also my dog and my friend who tried to drop a giant crystal of ice on top of me. We're just going to, like, gloss over that, aren't we? Just, like, not even be concerned with it. It would be fantastic if... Oh, well, looky there. Okay, so quests do actually show up on the overworld. So we don't have to necessarily go back to the hideaway to accept the next quest line. We can just travel directly to Lost Wing and presumably just do it. I like that. I appreciate that. It means that potentially I might not have to check in. Well, you know what? I'll miss them otherwise. If they're just on the big overworld map. We have no idea what this is going to be, though. We've missed any potential clue as to what we're getting ourselves into. We're just jumping head first.
You're Sid's man, if I'm not mistaken. Couldn't trouble you for some assistance, could I?
That depends. What do you need?
Some new bearers from Oriflamme just arrived, and it cost Master Quinton a pretty penny to convince their owner to part with them. Man must have been a bloody tyrant. I can't get a peep out of them, try as I might.
They're probably terrified of you.
You're probably right. Dare say it'd take a bearer like yourself to open them up. So, will you have a word with them? Help them settle in?
Yeah, I suppose.
I can try.
That'll do me. Tell them they're safe, and that if they need anything, they just have to ask.
I'll let them know.
Appreciate it. They're sitting over there, taking a long overdue breather, looks like.
Welcoming committee. Clive does not necessarily exude welcome committee vibes. You know what I mean?
So you're the new arrivals. Is there anything I can get you? You're safe here. They don't punish people like us for speaking our minds.
Truly. I'm hungry. My sister too, we're starving.
Wait here. I'll fetch you something from the tavern.
Thank you.
I won't be long. You stay here and rest.
I mean, we're not even going to ask them what they like. What if they have allergies? We have no idea. We're going to bring them back
How did the grocer...
clamfish. I'm sorry, what?
Purple handprints all over her skirts.
That was some drama we just kind of stumbled across, and now we're just walking away from it. That was fun, though. What was I saying? I think I was going to say something ridiculous, like we come back with clam chowder, and they're like, I'm allergic to dairy and shellfish.
We've enough mouths of our own to feed without tending to the wants of outsiders.
It's not for me. It's for some new arrivals.
Oh, my apologies. I didn't see the mark. So you're a comrade. Well, in that case, you may have whatever you require. Take all the bread and wine you want.
That's really all it takes. One look at the innkeeper's mark.
Of course it is. I do as Master Quinton commands, as do we all. And Master Quinton commands that none of his favoured guests be left wanting. Well, don't keep our new comrades waiting. Take what you need and see that they eat their fill.
This is when we find out that they're extremely allergic to gluten and also very much opposed to alcohol of any kind.
Hopefully this will be enough.
We're going to kill them is what we're going to do. Not on purpose, but by accident. Through sheer just incompetence. Have we ever looked up here? There's the sky. Interesting. It always looks like it's about to be dark or is dark here. It's not a very cheery sort of place. It's very lovely. It's very, very quaint in its own kind of way.
Here. Bread and wine from the tavern.
May we? Truly?
Such plenty. Never in all my days.
Brother, this place is like a dream. We sat and no one shouted. We ate and more was offered.
I know.
Bless him.
I can't believe it.
You're free now. And the next time you're hungry, you need only ask to be fed.
Thank you for everything. Thank you.
Have you ever bothered to see what the value of a gill bug is? Also, what is this glowing green thing? I just wanted to check what this is. We are going to head on to the next... Oh, it's the dude doing magic. Hey, you know that's destroying the planet, right? Oh, wait, no, you're a bearer. That's right, you're not using the crystals. So I don't know how that works. Are we also drawing ether from the ground? But is that, like, natural as opposed to the crystals? I'm sure there's some sort of convoluted rules to the whole system that we're going to find out as we progress. We just need to stop asking questions aloud and wait till the game explains it to us. Although every so often I guess a thing correctly, and then I'm glad I said it. Is this where we need to go?
Master Quinton will never forgive me if I don't save that crop.
Yeah, he won't.
I want no trouble. Wait, that's... Oh, glory to Grieger. You were the hanged man. I took you for a rogue. If you're a friend of Master Quinton's, then perhaps you'll help me. His vineyard, Lostwing's pride and joy, has been beset by a plague of giant wasps.
And you need someone to solve your pest problem.
I do indeed. I've never seen them so far from the forest, nor so mean, for that matter. I suppose the smell's got them worked up. And little wonder. This'll be the finest crop we've ever known if the fiends don't eat it first. I tried chasing them off myself, but they won't flee from the likes of me. And if I don't bring those grapes in for pressing soon, Master Quinton will have my guts for garters. You look like you can handle that blade of yours. Will you put it to use for a comrade in need? Please.
I absolutely will.
Wasps so I can be about my business.
It would be an honor.
All right. I'll see to it.
Oh, thank you. You'll find them over at Gotan's Bales on the edge of town. And hurry, Lostwing needs those grapes.
This man is very invested in this whole grape situation. I'm on it. How far of a journey is that? Hold on a minute. Could we possibly, like, fast travel and get there quicker? I mean, either one of these we fast travel to is going to get us pretty much in the same distance, it looks like. This one might be a hair bit closer. This is what I kind of expected these side quests to be. You can hope for big story arcs and like, interesting, fascinating things. But that's probably not going to be what it is. It's probably just going to be going around killing animals and collecting nonsense.
A few wasps shouldn't give me too much trouble.
Nah, not at all. Not when we can just tornado them. Just whip them all up in a twister and call it a day.
Wake!
I wasn't joking. That's exactly what we're going to do. There's the twister. Now we just get them all sucked up into it. I think we can stand in the twister pretty safely. The catch is actually getting the game to, like, attack the guys you want it to attack. So, like, I can draw them in, but you got to make sure that you're... Because the one thing you don't want to do... Oh, dang it, it's all over with. The one thing you don't want to do is accidentally suck one out of the twister, because then you just have all kinds of trouble. Jeez. Come here. It would be funny if it turned out that there was actually some sort of a boss wasp out here that we had to deal with. That would be an interesting twist. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I just realized something. I have 4 potions and 3 high potions. And they're like an orange color. Aren't they normally... Isn't it normally a different color if that's full? Can I actually carry more now? Am I imagining? I'm probably imagining that. It might be the same color as it always is when I've got them topped off. That's probably 100% just in my head. I guess we can
Looks like that was the last
check,
one.
maybe?
I better let Quinton's man know.
Yeah, possibly. Let's go in here and have a look at our items. would it be under? No, okay, yeah, it's exactly the same. It's not changed at all. That's entirely just my imagination, but we're getting closer. We're getting closer. That's exciting right there. I don't see any reason to fast travel to this obelisk when the time it's going to take for me to open the menu and drag my little cursor over to it, click it, and then to load in is probably just going to take longer than me sprinting. Although, with the amount of time it took me to explain that while sprinting, I feel like I probably could have done it in real time and we would have been up here. So maybe I'm actually wrong. That's just a factually incorrect statement, and fast traveling here would have been beneficial to us in the long run, because look, there it is. We could have been starting from that point a while back. But it's too late now. I've already talked our way through that, so we're just going to live with the mistake and carry on with our lives. Speak with Emil in Lost Wing. I will. Come on, gang. They don't do much, do they?
How his daughter had been stealing up to the vineyard to see the lad. There were purple handprints all over her skirts.
It's still a good story. It's still a good one second time around. Just as funny. Now, I wonder if having completed these quests, there will be new ones unlocked, or if they are tied directly to story progression. So, once these are done, there will be no new ones until later in the story.
Oh, thank you. Master Quinton would have had my head if I'd lost the crop. I'd say you've earned a reward. Our Gotand Rouge fetches a handsome price among the rich and powerful of the realm. We use that money to keep our comrades fed and imperial wolves from our door. The vineyards were Master Quinton's idea. He wanted to give bearers a place to work, a place where they'd be safe.
Well, he certainly seems to have done that here. I'm glad I could help.
I'll see that he hears of your kindness. And once this vintage is ripe for drinking, there'll be a glass or two raised in your honor.
I mean, it'd be better if there was a glass or two sent to the hideaway, but that's fine too. Drink in my honor. That's like when someone gets you a gift, but the gift is they donated to a charity in your name. It's like, that's not a gift for me, dude. That's a gift for you. That's a gift for you to be a smug son of a well. Someone I don't even know if I want to bring this up. I won't. Never mind. Alright, well, that's all the side quests. So let's go ahead and we're going to go back to the hideaway. One year, there's this kid, and he was kind of new, and I kind of found him irritating, but whatever. He wanted to do a thing where we raised money from all the youth to buy our youth pastor a grill, like an outdoor, like I think it was a charcoal. It might have been gas. I think it might have been a gas. It doesn't matter. We sort of headed it up together, and we raised all the money. And then one day he just drops on me. He's like, "Hey, I don't think we're gonna get the grill." I was like, "Beg your pardon?" "Yes, we are. That's what we raised the money for." He's like, "I was thinking that it would be better if we donated that money to a charity in the youth pastor's name." And I told him under no uncertain terms that we were not going to do that, because that was not a gift for him. Donating money, first off, that would be defrauding everyone that we raised money for. Hey, we're getting the youth pastor a grill, and they all chipped in. And he was like, "No, I'm just going to give it to a charity." I was like, "That's not okay," because they probably wouldn't have donated. If you're like, "Hey, we're going to donate to a charity," no, donate to charities myself. I'm not doing it in someone else's name as a gift. That's not a gift to that person, which is the second reason. I was like, you're doing this because it makes you feel like a smug, uppity, like a tier above everyone else. Like, gifts? No, I donated to charity in his name. We're not doing that, and I will take the money from you. Little turd then goes with his dad to the store, buys the grill, and takes it to the youth. Now, the plan was, we talked about this, we were all going to deliver it together. We're all going to deliver it together as this big gift. No, he just goes and does it with his dad, just the two of them, and then implies, like, "Yeah, this is a gift from me. I organized this for you." So none of us got to participate in it. And then I got messages from people like, "Did we already give the youth pastor the grill?" I was like, "No, I don't think so." And I started getting the pictures from social media, because, of course, he posted about it on social media. Like, "Look what I did." Anyway, I hope he's dead. No. He's not. He's not. He's grown. He's married. I think he has a kid now, and I hope that he is a different person. I don't know. That was one of two incidents that led to me being like, I'm done with this guy. I don't like this guy. We're not compatible. I don't hate him. I'm not angry with him, but we are not going to be friends. The other one doesn't matter. Just know that he was very irritating in that way, and I think he's better now that he's older. I don't know. We've not spoken much. It's one of those situations where it's like, I'm not mad at him. I don't have any ill will towards them. They're funny stories to tell. Gosh, I just don't care. I just, I know some people are like, hey, we had a slight beef 10 years ago in high school. I'm like, I don't care enough about you or your existence to even want to discuss this with you. So I'm going to ask that you just, I don't want to engage with you. That's where I'm at with the guy. I hope he's okay. I hope he's not irritating anymore. But I'm done, and now I just have the funny stories to tell. Okay, so after finishing up with the two of those, the three of those in those two regions, it looks like we've done all of these side quests we could possibly do. I just wanted to make sure there was no chance we were going to accidentally miss them, and now I know that there is not.
Well, 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 someone's in a hurry.
Just following orders.
Funny, I never took you for the type.
Can't all be as obedient as you, Gav.
Eh?
Fine day for a little mischief, wouldn't you say?
Is this all of us?
Actually, Gav won't be coming.
Just the three of us, then?
Drake's Head is the keystone of the Empire. Oriflamme's in chaos, yes, but that doesn't mean we can march an army through her gates. The fewer our numbers, the better our chances of going unnoticed. And should that plan fail, well, we have our icons to fall back on.
Sid, I don't know if I can. Ifrit still seems to come and go as he pleases.
Ordinarily, priming an icon comes naturally to a dominance. But then, you are no ordinary dominance.
Well, he's still got the blessing of the Phoenix, doesn't he?
Not to mention what he sucked out of Garuda. And did I ever tell you about how he was once the greatest shield in Rosaria? You know, I reckon he could probably cause a path out of the capital on his own if need be.
Let's try not to find out.
Yeah, don't build me up too much.
Less likely to be spotted if we travel separately. I'll meet you in Northreach in a few days. You two behave now.
I kind of feel bad for Gav. It feels like he's being left behind because he's not an icon, which I feel like is reasonable, but also that can't be pleasant. All my best friends have super, otherworldly, godly powers, and I don't. Hi, my name is my name is Gav. I'm sorry, Gav. I feel bad for Gav. This is my story. Also, are we heading back to Lost Wing? Wait a minute. Where are we going right now? Is that what's happening? I'm so sick of this place. I don't want to be here anymore.
Meeting in Northreach. And will I find Sid and Jill before this Dane finds me?
I don't want to be here anymore. If I have a look here, though, does that mean that we're going to be heading north for the first time? I suppose. It looks like there's a couple of different options. I may be able to... The game didn't tell me to go over here, so its intention is probably not that we go around and then cross over the Holy Hand, although I can't help but notice it does look like we could do that. But the game wanted me to come here, so I assume it wants me to follow this path. I wonder if it matters, though. It doesn't look like it's going to try to bar us from crossing here at the Holy Eye or the Holy Hand, but... It must have intended me to go this direction. So I suppose that's what we'll do this time around. Okay, yeah, no, the third time around, I'm kind of sick about hearing the story of the grocer and the vineyard boy. I'm a little bit over it at this point. It was funny and charming the first couple of times. It took me by surprise, to be sure. I wasn't anticipating it. But I don't need to keep hearing the same story again and again. Which must be what it's like to be like a long-term viewer of Howdy Folks content. Because eventually I just start repeating my stories, like a broken record. Or maybe not even. Maybe just a really, really, really big, like a Blu-ray that's been burnt with a bunch of MP3s. So there's thousands and thousands of MP3s, but your shuffle button's broken, so you're just listening to this disc of music linearly, and then suddenly you get to the end and it restarts. And then you're just listening to them all again, but you don't initially notice because it's been so long since you first listened to it. You're like, this sounds familiar. I think he told a story like this before, earlier on in the disc. but it takes you a while to realize, like, oh, wait a minute, no, this is the same stories. We've now exhausted all of the new content. We're just restarted. But it's been so long. Again, you're just like, you know what? I'm gonna just let it be. I'm gonna just let it ride and listen to it because it was funny the first time around, and enough times past I've kind of forgotten, and that's fine. Oh, okay, that's fine. Like the second time through. But eventually, you're going to have listened to that content repeatedly enough that you're never going to want to look at, see, or hear it again. And that's when it gets painful, you know? This is not what I meant to do. I gotta stop accidentally doing that. I gotta remember. I don't know why I do it. I think just still instinct from before. Let's also just do this. Let's just do this now. Because this guy's a bit of a pain, and I don't want to stand around wasting all day fighting a dragon, you know? I'd rather just get this over with. It seems to recharge pretty quick, too, looking at it. I'm just keeping an eye up there, which is handy. That's going to really change combat if I remember to activate it. But that's the catch, isn't it? Like, how much of this have I just not remembered? How many cool things could we be doing in combat if I were just better at remembering my different abilities? Like, stomp there, right? Like, how good is stomp? And apparently I just parried it while stomping? That wasn't even on purpose, like most parries in this game. It was completely coincidental. Jeez. Quite the involved process fighting this little guy. Wait a minute, am I heading out of this? No, I want to head in here. Was that all there was to find here? Is there no chest full of goodies? Was it literally just a little stomping ground for a wee... Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. Yeah, I had a feeling he was hiding something. Griffin's head braid? I'm sorry? Do we have the ability to change clothes in this game? Can we put on, like, a fancy outfit? Is that an option for us? I don't think you can. We have our attributes, naturally, which we can have a look at here. We have items. We have our journal. We have gear and icons, but that's not, like, let's see. Change icon order? No, that's not important to me. Recommended abilities, optimized gear. Yeah, it doesn't appear like we can... There's no Fashionscape content, which is sad. I would have loved to start mix and matching different elements of our get-up. That would have been a great time. But the game, sadly, will not allow it. Maybe that's part of, like, an upcoming DLC. Because I assume this game is going to have DLC. I don't know if it's been announced, but it's a Final Fantasy game. It probably cost $40 billion to make. I'd imagine they're not going to just sit on that. They're going to want to utilize some of their investment. You know, they've already got this, all these beautiful elements, you know, all these different... I mean, look at this wood texture. You're not going to let that just sit on a server and grow stale, you know? You're going to want to reuse that wood texture quite a few times. Where are they running off to? What is this music? This is not the music I would expect for what is happening right now. It had like a bit of a... like the piano thing going on that was unexpected. There we go. Dragonette? I thought these were just insects. That's odd.
Stay down. It's over.
Is this going to be, when we get up to the top here, is there going to be a big reveal? Oh, wait, we've been over there before. Yeah, hold on. Wait a minute. Am I mistaken, or is that... Oh, no, I am mistaken. I'm thinking of, well, Caer Norvant. Is this not Caer Norvant? Like, right over here? What is this? Where am I heading right now? The Dragon's Eyrie. The Holy... That's where we're... We're in the right area for it. Isn't that the gate where we met Gav after we finished at Caer Norvant? Am I wrong? Am I crazy right now? I feel like I'm right, but I have no evidence to support that. I could actually just be crazy right now. I have no clue. Comment down below. Let me know. Am I crazy? We'll find out when we get to the area. In the meantime, I've got dragons to fight, and my arm is falling asleep. So you don't actually have to wait till that second one is full. In fact, it doesn't seem like you have to wait until it's full at all, maybe? You can just activate it whenever you want? I might be wrong about that. That seems to be what is being suggested here.
Better already.
Quick potion here. So I think I've already fought everything in this field. It's just back. Okay, so this is Northreach. So this is a different place. Well, I guess that question's answered then. Oh! Is that Caer Norvent? That could be. Because it was over here, wasn't it? Didn't we, like, leave? It's over here. There's the gate. That's what I'm thinking of, maybe. That's where we left. Yeah, all of this must be Caer Norvent. Yeah, there's the river gate. Okay, so this is Caer Norvent, and we can't go back there, presumably because of events that transpired where the building got melted. And then this is the path we took to meet up with Gav? I don't know. In any case, I'm pretty sure that means that we are now in an area we've never been to before. Which means that there's all new things to fight and all new treasures to find. But am I going to spend all the time on it? I don't know yet. I haven't decided.
That's enough.
I'm kind of content to. Like, I'd happily sit here and spend the next several hours of my life just running around this field, stabbing all of the Anludes or whatever these things are called. That's definitely a Xenoblade thing, an Anlude. That's not what we just fought. These wannabe deer. And apparently chocobos. For some reason, you can fight chocobos in this game. They are wild, I'll give you that, but it's not like they're presenting a threat to anyone. We're just out here killing them for no reason from the looks of things. Kind of makes me feel bad. You do get a few pinches of magic ash, but, I mean, to what end? Do y'all ever notice that you don't really see, like, Jill out here fighting at all, ever? Like, I know she's fighting with us, but where? Where is she right now? What is she doing? Where's Torgal, for that matter? There's Torgal. Where's Jill? No, actually, though, where is Jill gone? We've lost her. We've just lost Jill. Hopefully she shows up as we progress the plot. She's gone. Did we... Oh, wait, now, it's possible that I didn't realize that we all split up. Like, not just... But Jill's been with us. I'm almost positive. Also, what is this foul, disgusting beast? This is not a chocobo. I didn't realize until... this is a raptor of some kind. I hate it. It looks horrific. Are you kidding me? With, like, the flesh and everything? I don't like it. These are, like, the abomin... These are the... You know what this is? It's just... This is a chocobo with some kind of disease. It doesn't grow feathers right anymore. That's what this is. And we're just very cruelly removing it from this. Well, we can't let the other chocobo get this disease. This anti-feather disease? That would not be good. Because chocobo are kind of charming when they have feathers. You ever see what a chicken looks like when it's missing some feathers? Or any bird for that matter? It's not a pleasant sight. It's a tragedy. But also, I mean, it's hurting my eyes. And therefore it needs to be dealt with. Get out of here, you. Stop existing. The command of the royal touchy. I guess we're the Duke, not elect, the heir apparent Duke. We can just start calling ourselves the Duke now, surely. Just call me Lord Clive. And I've decreed that these things are hideous and I don't want to look at them. Yeah, this is like crazy satisfying when you're doing this. And it feels like you're doing a ton of damage. And I guess you kind of are. I feel like it's just like you're hitting a lot, though, is what's actually happening. Is that all of them? Have all the hideous beasts been defeated? We've done so little of the exploration in this little corner of this massive area. I don't know about this boy. I don't know about this Torgal. We might need to head out. We might need to actually pursue the plot. Because I feel like otherwise we're just going to be here for years. We are finding little goodies, though. Look at that! Did that say black blood? What did that say? It could... It may... Maybe not. But it kind of looked like that's what it said. Alright. Well, it's going to drive me crazy if we don't give this place a thorough looking over. So I guess we'll continue our exploration. And what's cool is when I sit down to edit, because I have the blade tool, I can just chop all this out. No one ever has to watch this. And if you're a channel member watching this, that's your reward for supporting the channel. You have the option. You can choose to watch all this nonsense. Do you want to watch me run over here and fight raptors again? You can do that. Or you can, like, just skip ahead in the video as well. That's fine, too. Or you can just, like, rest comfortable in the knowledge that you could if you wanted to. By the way, you cannot activate it until that first one is full. I just tried. The limit break, you have to wait till at least the first one is full. And then you can access it at any point. Now we know. You know what? You might just be able to rest comfortably in the knowledge that you could watch all of this if you want to, but then otherwise wait for the episodes to release. That's also an option to you. What are these guys? Or are these just more crabs? Are they trying to get into Caer Norvant here? No, these are not crabs. These are definitely spiders. And it makes way more sense for there to be spiders here than crabs. They just from a distance... I mean, what is a spider if not a small web-emitting crab? Not that. It is not that. That's coming from a place of certainty. I know I posed the question like there was a possibility, but there's not. That's not at all what a crab and spider... They're not similar in any way. Lobster, though, is the scorpion of the sea, and I'll stand by that one. I'll stand by that one for sure. Oh, you're a big guy. Oh, no, you're not. You're just another one of these little dragon fellas. I find your existence to be irritating, and I don't want to tolerate you.
Garuda, lend me your strength!
Every so often I'll just do that. Because it's an ability that we have that I never use, and I'm not sure what it's there for. It's not like we're dealing tons of damage. Unless you can integrate that into some crazy, like, combos. Which you might be able to. If we do the jump and then do that, that's not a combo. That's just not a combo.
Not this time.
Okay, so I guess now is as good a time as I need to point out the real reason I've been fighting everything out here, is because I kind of didn't want to progress until we could get this, and we're so close now. 1577, we need 1695, so we're just going to have to keep fighting every little thing that crawls across our path, and that's okay. We'll do that if that's what it takes. I'm willing. I'm ready. I will fight every weird little mutant. Oh, these are different. Oh, these are like real deer. Hold on. Oh, wait, no, these are the same things. Yeah. Aren't they? No, yeah, I think these are the same things. These are the, in quotes, antelope. I'll believe it when I see it, you know what I mean? Like, these are actually hideous. Whoa, what did you just drop? 5 bloody hides. It looked way more interesting, kind of glowing gold there on the screen. Like it was going to be a super unique and rare item. I don't know. Maybe those are. We'll see. I don't think they have any value.
Stay down!
I am confusion. I thought for sure this was the place we ran up to meet up with Gav. I guess it's not. What's through here, though? Maybe we came from the other direction. Maybe that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, hold on. I mean, I'm not going to know from looking at the map. But maybe we ran up this direction and met up with Gav. Oh.
That tower used to be taller.
I reckon they'll be in need of a good mason.
That's some great little dialogue. That's some great little world-building dialogue. Like, the people around here are starting to realize, hey, wait a minute. Something happened up there. That's good, yeah. And then this is where we met up with Gav right here. Okay. That's that question answered in my mind. That's me just smiling and nodding and feeling satisfied with that as a solution to my quandary. How are we? So we're currently level 23. Is there a way to check like XP and how much further we have till we level up again? We're real close. Let's stay out here fighting guys until we either run out of guys to fight or we hit level 24. And then I'll finally actually go progress the plot. Just because I'm trying to give myself every opportunity to unlock the big flame ball wall thing. Watch that be the worst mistake we make in the game yet, though, right? Like, watch... Oh, you should have spent that upgrading all of your normal abilities. Now you have this big over-the-top ability, and you can't defeat basic enemies because you didn't upgrade the way you were supposed to, you darn fool. Speaking of the scorpions of the sea, here's some scorpions of the land and sea. I don't know, these guys, you normally find them by water, so I'm assuming that they're a little bit of both. Yeah, should have just done this from the get-go. Come here, you. You're doing great work, Torgal, but watch this. Just get him over here. Now we just watch, and it's a beautiful thing. And then you just do this to whoever's left. Nice and easy. Oh no, there's more. That's unexpected. I don't think we've ever had a new enemies approaching while we're just fighting random guys in the field. That's normally either a boss fight situation or a scripted fight. This is odd. I don't know why, but I've really taken to just holding down that attack button. And I'm pretty sure you knew more DPS, damage per second. Spamming, I think I was trying to say DPM last time, like damage per minute, which is not like a wrong thing to say. It's just not the way that anyone describes it. I think you do more DPS if you are spamming the attack as opposed to doing this. I could be wrong. I would have to like analyze. I'd have to count frames and determine how many damage we do doing that versus this. That just feels like it's probably faster, but there's something satisfying about holding that button down and doing the big swing. So, I mean, it's a situation where you can just pick your own combat style. I don't think anything's right or wrong about whichever one you choose. What's this direction, then? Have we been over here before? I guess we must have, because there's something called Eastwatch. I don't remember ever going through here before. The Dragon's Eyrie. Oh, you know what? No, we did. That's right. I remember fighting through this field. So, we met up with Gav over here, but then we didn't cross through there with him. We went this way. Can't get through whatever that is, to the Imperial Chase. And then, yeah, we ran through here up to that, I think, or maybe to Eastwatch. Okay. I was wondering if all of these were going to be sort of one-off locations, and no, you do go back to them. I appreciate that. It gives the world a sense of... I mean, I don't even know what the right word would be. It makes it feel more real in some way, more grounded. It's not just levels. You're going to locations and you're doing missions there. I like that. Boom! That's what we were looking for. Level up. We're level 24 now. And I wonder if that is going to be enough. If we go back in here... Oh, are you kidding me? Okay, let's go fight some vultures then, I guess. If this is what we have to do. We're so close at this point. I'm not quitting until we get what we came here for.
The soldiers seem to speak of a brothel. But that was north of the checkpoint. I hope the dame has friends in the south.
Sure, listen, we need to focus on what we're doing right now, man. We can't be worried about brothels and dames. What we need to focus on right now is fighting wild chocobos so that we can hopefully unlock superpowers. Perfectly normal, everyday night out with the guys sort of things to worry about, you know? There we go. Okay. Is that enough? It's at 1693, baby! 2 left! Come on! I do appreciate that it shows us the total. I hadn't realized that before. I guess I hadn't really been looking for it either. Level 21 Raptors. Yeah, these guys will do it. This will be it right here. Go ahead and just whip out that tornado. Just get it out there. Get this stupid ugly beast sucked into it. And then, I don't know, just hurl fire in there? Safely from a distance? Am I damaging myself doing that? What is happening? Oh, I see. Is the fire, like, igniting on solid objects in front of me? Is that the issue? Barely got to 1701. Doesn't matter. We got there in the end. Summon a massive pillar of fire that burns all enemies caught within its flame, while also partially restoring Clive's HP. Boom. We can upgrade these if we get to 2005. So, that's something to keep in mind. But let's equip that. Heatwave is good, but I feel like if we're in a bad situation and we've got a lot of guys around us, we probably want to keep Scarlet Cyclone. So we're going to change this one to Scarlet Cyclone, and we're going to change Scarlet Cyclone over to Flames of Rebirth. And then we have to go use it immediately, just to see how it works. So we do have a group of Unexpected Chocobo here. Yep, that kind of did what it said it would on the tin. Apparently, also, we can get things that'll make those recharging go by faster. I didn't check and see whether or not we had one for that. Actually, now that I think about it, we haven't really looked at what we've got equipped in a while. So maybe let's do that too. So that ability is called Flames of Rebirth. So let's see if we have anything. What do you do? Defense by 10, healing potency by 20, specifically of potions. And then increase attack by 7. I feel like I could part with either of these and be happy with it. Increase Burning Blade damage. Increase Wicked Wheel damage. Rook's Gambit. Gouge. That would actually be useful. Aerial Rising Flames. Heat Wave. Scarlet Cyclone. And then we're back here. Complex ability combinations can be executed. Yeah, so these are the sort of rings of timely evasion, timely strike, and all that. When equipped, Clive will automatically evade attacks as long as the attack can be evaded. I don't know about that. I thought there was one you could equip that would just tell you when to go. When equipped, pet commands are executed automatically. Automatically use a potion. No effect when equipped. When equipped, time slows before an evade enemy attack strikes Clive. No effect when equipped with the... So, that one, I guess, would just tell you when to dodge. I watched the nostalgia... No, I didn't. I watched The Completionist. Gerard had a video... I haven't watched the video where he completed the game yet, but he did one where he talked about some of these abilities. Was that Gerard? I mean, I watched that video, but maybe I was thinking of... Jesse Cox also talked about it. One of them talked about using... It might have been the Ring of Timely Succession or whatever it is, and using that to help them train to dodge. And that seemed like a great idea, and we just haven't done it yet. But, alright, what have we got here? Increased gouge damage by 15% is probably better than defense. I'll keep that one there, and then kind of going through the rest of these. What else do I have equipped right now? Scarlet Cyclone. I didn't see one for Scarlet Cyclone unless I did, and I just forgot. So, Wicked Wheel, Rook's Gambit, Gouge, Rising Flame. Scarlet Cyclone by 8%. Sure. I suppose we'll go ahead and equip that. And then with all of that taken care of, you know what? We didn't really give this place a 100% thorough going over. We didn't defeat everything that was out here, but we also don't need to. This is going to be a moment of growth for us, where we reached a new level, and we unlocked some new abilities, and that's all we really needed to do. Although this is going to be... Oh, it's not done charging yet. See, that's the problem with these bigger abilities. They take so long. That's probably why you don't want to, like, overload yourself with a ton of them. I get that now. I get that now.
That's enough.
Still, I mean, those guys weren't fighting back all that tough. So it's hard to say that that's a great example of our abilities. But that was a pretty solid example of all of our new abilities. So we have never been here before. Us as the gamer and audience. But... I don't know. Clive's probably been here before. I don't actually know. Who's this guy? I wonder if he has anything good to trade.
Reds, whites, ales, mead, ciders.
Oh, there we go. Good. So we can fast travel back here if we need to. What have you got to sell there, sir?
Do you see anything
Or ma'am?
you like?
You've got nothing of great use to me, except for a very expensive song. And I can top off my high potions, I guess, which I suppose I will do. And then I don't really have anything I want to sell right now, unless I want to sell all of my... Where are they? Sharp Fangs. Which, I mean, we're going to have a crazy, crazy Sharp Fang collection by the time this is all said and done. Can we make potions? Has that been explained to us at any point? Because I feel like we've got plenty of supplies.
Branded, or you'll be spending the night in a cell.
Right. So we have to find a... That's why he was mentioning the brothel earlier. Here we go. Yeah, no, this checks out.
A moment, my lady.
A moment? I doubt you could afford even that much of my time. Branded.
My mistake.
No, mine. Upon reflection, you don't have the scent of a branded about you. The flowers. Otto always did know how to please me. More than Sid ever did anyway. Do you think you could please me, Clive?
I get why Jill's not here now.
You're the dame.
Let us leave such impersonal titles to my less preferred clientele. You can call me Isabel. Otto assured me I could trust you. I can trust you, can't I?
You can trust me, yes, but... Why would you...
Help you? Because that's what we do. Long ago, Sid did me a kindness when no one else would. I have never forgotten that. Without it, I would not be where I am today. And so, I make it a point to do the same whenever possible. Which brings us here. To the final obstacle between you and whatever it is you seek in the holy capital. I fear the guards are not likely to let a masterless bearer pass unmolested. Unless...
Unless...
Unless, of course, his master deigned to appear. Yes, that will do nicely. But I shall expect a favor in return.
Wait, what?
Poor fella. She's very breathy. I'll expect a favor.
What the hell are you doing?
Tut tut. We cannot have people thinking I tolerate disobedience from my branded.
The men who gave me this are no more my masters than you are. But... it's not as if I can hide it.
From the moment you acquired it, that brand has done naught but take. But today, it is going to give you exactly what you want. Just play along.
Surely he sees what's happening, right? Like, he's not that dense. It's not even the first time we've done this.
Back to the Vale already?
But of course, we must make ready to welcome you, my dear.
And who might this be?
Why, my new escort. The streets aren't safe for a girl, what with all the royalists about.
Well, don't work him too hard.
Well, that rather depends on you now, doesn't it? I'll see you all at sunset.
Oi, hold up. fucking branded. Well, you're lucky you're with the dame. Now get out of my sight, filth.
Such an unpleasant world.
That wasn't so bad.
Wasn't so bad. They might have recognized me.
But they didn't. And even if they had, they wouldn't have done anything about it. The gentlemen of the garrison are some of my best customers. We have an arrangement. As do you and I. Now, if you'd care to follow me, we can speak more at the Vale.
Doesn't seem like I have much of a choice.
No, I think we'll be arrested if we're caught just wandering around by ourselves. Although, what if we just went and tried to wander around by ourselves? Let's have a look at this place. How much is going on? We got Imperial Training Grounds, the Dragon's Armor. Is that like an actual place where we can go buy some pretty crazy armor? Oh, it kind of just looks like an empty building. There's actually very few people here. Okay then. Well, that was unpleasant. These are very empty cities. I don't know if anyone else has noticed that quite yet. There's not really all that many people around here. I mean, there are people around here. It's just like every town has maybe 12 people mulling about. You'd expect there to be more going on. Oh my gosh, look at that. That's where we're going. That's where we're trying to get to. We just can't. Does anyone want to fight me? It'd be really cool if they had a multi-stage gauntlet out here that you could partake in. I'd be down for that. That might be a fun time. But that's not what they've got here. In fact, what they've got here is very little. I don't even know why I'm bothering to run around. Let's just head to where we're supposed to go and do the thing we're supposed to do there, and then the game will let us progress the plot, and maybe something will happen, as opposed to me just wandering these streets. Although it's good to get a lay of the land, because we'll have to come back here and do a bunch of side quests at some point in the future. I assume. I don't know that. I'm just saying, based on previous experience with this game so far, are there more ladies here? Hello.
And if anyone requests her company, tell them she is feeling unwell.
Madame, you look stunning.
As do you, my dear.
Shall I have one of the girls draw a bath?
That won't be necessary. Clive, my darling. Welcome to the Vale.
A veritable festival of licentiousness. Happy to be here. Let me in. What goes on in there? Is it safe for YouTube? Gosh darn it, the doors are sealed tight.
Thank you for seeing me through the gates, my lady. I am in your debt.
Well, that was the whole point, wasn't it? And I told you, it's Isabel. Whatever wound you so tight, I wonder. It's certainly not Sid's influence.
You, mentioned a favor. What is it you'd have me do?
Not what, dear? Who?
Don't want to keep my companions waiting.
If you mean Sid and the girl, you needn't worry. They have yet to reach the checkpoint. Yes, Otto asked me to help them as well. But to answer your question, I need you to find someone for me. One of my girls.
Okay, not what I expected.
Etienne has been gone for several days now, having left no word of explanation. And I began to fear the worst.
I feel as if I've spent my whole life searching for people. No, I can't say I'm any good at it.
I trust you'll do your best. Oh, and take this.
I feel like we found everyone we've gone looking for so far except for the hooded man. And that's like a whole different thing.
Proof of that trust. And hopefully enough to keep prying eyes from looking too closely at that handsome face of yours. Now, I have matters to attend to at the Iron Flagon. If you find anything, ask for me there.
Okay, so now we've had a Costco membership and a Sam's Club. This must be like our Amazon Prime membership. We're just stacking up all these cards. I don't know if he's going to remember that you have to pay for these things, like on an annual basis. So the situation could get messy. If we get to a point where we're spending more money on all these memberships than we're saving at all these different locations, then I don't know. I think whoever keeps an eye on the books is going to have a lot of questions for us, and we're not going to have answers. People just keep adding us to these different like groups and whatnot. We do have some side quests around here now, and I think we're going to focus on those for like a moment, because I'm kind of curious to see whether or not any of them will have anything to do with like a gauntlet.
Where's your commanding officer, Branded? Don't you know the training grounds are for real soldiers?
Hey, you lost or something? Sorry, but the Imperial Guard's got no use for your kind. The infantry always needs more bodies, though.
I'm just passing through.
I don't bloody believe it. The bastard's wearing the moon and stars.
That'll be why he's strutting about like he owns the place.
The Dane laughed when we offered her our protection. You reckon this prick's really worth a couple of the Emperor's finest?
I dare say there's ways of finding out. How about it, Branded? Care to show us how you earned that brooch?
I'd rather not.
Oh, no doubt. Only chivalrous souls that we are, Robin and I need to know the dame's being properly looked after.
Yes. Can it be like a gauntlet of increasingly difficult challenges?
If it'll put your mind at ease.
Oh, and just so you know, I won't be holding back. I suggest you don't either. Take a
Buddy,
moment to
you
get
just
ready if
wait.
You need it. Wouldn't want you whining about an unfair fight.
Oh, I am ready like you would not believe. Pride cometh before the fall, sir. I'm not proud. I'm just extremely confident.
Now, let's get the measure of you, shall we?
Yes.
If that's what you want.
Cocky bastard. All right, let's be having you. Oh, and when you go crying to your mistress, tell her it was Leon who gave you the pounding.
Yeah, okay, buddy.
Use all the dirty tricks you want.
Oh, I will. Trust me, I intend on it.
Alright. So you know one end of a blade from the other.
Someone heal me, damn it!
Enough.
Oh, buckaroo. What is that face we're making?
Fuck me.
What the hell are you playing at, Leon? Ah, so it's a real challenge he wants, is it? Fine.
Why not both at the same time? I can fight both of you guys.
Sword up, bearer. Let's have some fun, shall we?
Do you think my abilities have recharged? No, that's okay. We'll just do this.
Win the Dane's favour anyway.
Bless his soul.
For a start.
I mean, we could just stand here and watch this. We don't actually have to engage. Listen to him. Ah! 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 Oh, he's having a rough go. Bless his soul.
You got potential. I'll give you that. That's enough. I'll be damned.
Oh, man. Yeah, that was exactly how I expected the fight to go. Is that the end of the gauntlet, though? It's just the two guys. That's sad. Bring in the whole group of them, the whole lot of them. Bring in the whole town. I'm ready for all of them.
Gregor's gas. The bastard didn't even break a sweat.
The dame's man or no, he's still a Branded. Best hope the sergeant never hears about this.
Yeah, not after the bullocking he gave us for missing drills. Might be the old sod had a point.
I'll leave you to it.
Yeah, good bloody riddance. At least we know the dame's in safe hands, I suppose.
I like how they all know and just love the
Tell
dame.
the dame about this. Tell her we got a good few hits in, eh?
Great. Got a nice little chunk of change out of that. the tiniest little amount of experience you could possibly imagine. And then there's one more quest up here. Maybe this is where we get the soldier gauntlet. Hey, did you see what I did there? Oh, look, there's another one down that way. Oh man. Well, I mean, we've been going for a little while here, but I don't know how much is going to get cut out when we go into. Let's see what this is.
I don't know how a bearer came by the moon and stars, but thank goodness I found you. Can I trust you to be discreet?
About what?
About this. About what I wish to ask of you. About the fact that I, a humble creature, assist the Dame of the Vale in her endeavors. As unlikely as it may seem, there are those within the upper echelons of Samberquois society who find the Empire's treatment of bearers to be barbaric.
All right. But what do you want from me?
This town is carried upon the backs of its bearers, and yet many would see their servants starve. Not for the want of coin, simple fare cost little more than a pittance, but to revel in the suffering of others, a simple act of cruelty. Contemptible though it is, my countrymen would sooner cut off their noses to spite their faces than see their bearers fed. And despite my best attempts at secrecy, my efforts to dole out comestibles have been noticed. Which brings me to my request. The brand upon your cheek affords you a certain freedom. A freedom I could sorely use.
Fine. What do you need me to do?
Oh, thank you. An extra meal may not seem like much, but it will make all the difference. Here, deliver these, but keep them hidden. Quickly now. What food I can provide goes where the need is greatest. And today that happens to be the barracks. 3 bearers, overworked and underfed, not permitted a moment's rest.
It's no wonder so many die before their time.
Tragic, true, but do not let anger make you careless. People will view this act of mercy as an undermining of the Empire's authority. Be discreet for both our sakes, and for the sake of those we feed. Oh, and when you're finished, a word in the ear of one of the Dame's girls would be appreciated.
You won't be staying then?
I'm afraid not. I'm expected back in the capital, and have already risked much speaking with you this long.
Yeah, okay, we'll feed the people. We're like meals on legs at the moment.
Crystal's curse is bad enough. We can't let people starve as well.
No, we absolutely cannot. You're correct. And our first delivery is going to be right around here. Hello there.
I have something for you.
From the Chamberlain. Thank you. You need to leave. Now. Please.
Branded! Who told you to rest? Stoke those damn flames! And you! If you've got a message for me, out with it. If not, return to your post.
I mean, I have a message for you, but you're not going to like it. It's less of like a verbal communication and more of like a physical delivery to the jugular sort of area. See, I'm not good at one-liners. I feel like we would say that and then he would just laugh at us and we would have to leave. Like, that was way too wordy. Get out of here. Yeah, okay. No, yeah, that's fair. That's reasonable. I'm gone.
Are you waiting for it to heal on its own? Hurry up!
Looks like now's not the time.
Well assessed, well assessed. We'll come back to him later. We'll do this next one first. Maybe we have to create a distraction in order to get to that one. Drop something down a well, or the like.
You look like you need a rest.
Not half as much as I need this. Thank you. I don't eat it here, though. Not where anyone might see.
Has it always been this bad?
Oh, it was worse before the Chamberlain. I'd be dead without him. Me and many others.
I think
something at least.
if you have someone who can control wind, there's a better way for them to invest their time than blowing off the laundry outside where there's already going to be wind. I mean, you could set this guy up as like he could put him on a ship, and he could make sure that there's never any time where you're like going through doldrums or whatever. It's like there's always a nice steady flow of air.
Enough! Curse you! Get away from me! You'll work faster next time if you know what's good for you!
So what is this guy's power? Just general healing? I thought they were all going to be elemental based, but he must be able to influence the midichlorians to heal and create life.
The Chamberlain must have sent you, but alas, my work is far from over. If I don't go now, they'll beat me.
You need to rest.
But I won't. I've wounds to heal and bones to mend.
And what of your own hurts?
They'll wait. As will my hunger. Thank you, though.
Poor fella.
A drover has more regard for his cattle than the Empire does its bearers. Anyway, I'd better head to the Vale.
We do have a message to deliver. And then I'm kind of curious about what this quest over here is going to end up being. We'll swing by and just have a look at the quest giver.
You there? The gentleman with the sword.
Yeah, no, he all he wants is to irritate me. I can tell by the way he's calling on me. Excuse me there, sir. Deal with him and his problems later.
All right. Are you here for business or pleasure?
Sometimes it's the same thing.
Though not my own. The Chamberlain put me to work delivering food.
Ah, so he found someone to help him then. Just as well. I hear his friends back at court have been taking a little too much interest in him of late.
So he really is a Chamberlain.
There was a time when he was the Vale's most illustrious customer. Us girls thought of him as a generous uncle. He was one of the only people round here who seemed bothered by the way the Empire treats its bearers.
Rare for one in his position.
A fact not wasted on the dame. A little nudge from her is all it took, and he became the patron saint of Northreach's starving masses. My sisters and I may have lost an uncle, but bearers are being fed for a change, so we don't grumble. Much.
Glad to hear it.
Gives you faith, though, doesn't it? To know there are people out there like him. And you, for that matter. It's no wonder the dame's got a soft spot for you.
But does she have a discount?
Better be going.
Repositioning myself in my chair. So from the looks of things, there's one more side quest to do in the region, and then after that we can continue the main story. Okay. We can't leave these things undone, because we never know what we're missing out on here. We're getting some fantastic lore out of some of these. Maybe not the one where we just beat the crap out of two guys. I'll grant you that that one was not like the best lore-giving experience, but this last one here, it's like, yeah, it's good to know there's some guys in the Empire who aren't just the worst. It's world building. It's important.
Stars. So you are an associate of the Dame?
You can't hire me for what you're
Might
thinking.
I trouble you for some assistance? You'll be rewarded, of course.
And who exactly would I be assisting?
Oh, forgive me. I am Etienne, a humble merchant, though fortunate enough to count the Dame among my acquaintances. I have business beyond these walls, but the guards have grown somewhat suspicious of my comings and goings of late. I was hoping someone might be kind enough to go in my stead. Who better than someone in the employ of the Vale's proprietress? Would you be willing to help a fellow in his hour of need?
Sure.
Why not?
Marvelous. The task is simple enough. Pass through the gate and deliver packages to a few of my most valued clients. There are 3 in total. A grocer, an apothecary, and a distiller. You need only mention that the items you carry are
Fresh from the master's table. Nothing dangerous, I hope. Why, of course not. Merely trifles which folk beyond the checkpoint are keen to get their hands on. And though I cannot prevent you from peeking, I advise that you don't. Strongly advise.
Sus. I don't know why I considered him before I agreed to the quest. There was never a chance I wasn't going to agree to whatever he asked me to do, because that's not in our best interest. We're here to complete all the quests and get all the lore and do all the things. There was no shot I was going to turn him down. But are they gonna? They're gonna let me through, I guess, because I've now got the mark. I've got my Amazon Prime membership stamped on my forehead, so I think I can pass through here just fine.
No one's allowed.
I do actually wonder, though, what we're dropping off here.
There's nothing here for your kind, Branded. Go on now.
You're making it difficult for me to want to help you right now.
I have a delivery from Etienne. Fresh from the master's table.
Heavy purse. Every joust and jostle, the leathers accompanied by an yearly metal. Okay, so this one is probably gold or the like.
Why didn't you say so? Times are hard. But this here'll make 'em less so. For a while, at least. Sorry about the welcome. I meant nothing by it. You wait right here.
I don't know if we should wait right here when he says it like that. That makes me feel like we should go away.
Here. You can tell Etienne I'm a man of my word.
Perfume.
Oriflamme's finest. Just as promised.
Are we a smuggler right now? It's kind of starting to feel that way. It feels like what we're doing is we're smuggling money out of the city and smuggling back in random things like perfume.
I have no business with Brand.
This guy's going to give us some oregano.
Business with you. A package. Fresh from the master's table.
I do not know you. Where is the merchant, Etienne?
Somewhere the gate guards won't be paying him or his affairs any mind.
Fine. Hand over the goods and be gone.
Once again, we're handing him money. Presumably, we're going to be getting a little sprig.
Lighter than usual. Branded, if I discover you have played me...
I want to know more about this guy in the background here.
Take it back.
You will do no such thing. Your master should cut out your insolent tongue.
You should shave off your funny little mustache.
If any other man, I would see you clapped in chains. Payment. Take it and get out of my sight.
Did we just exchange money for money?
Cigars.
Oh no, we are absolutely running a smuggling operation.
Cigars are worth more than your life. Do be careful.
I'm here for it. I'm enjoying it. Don't get me wrong. Call me Han Solo, because I'm doing this by myself. Well, Torgal's with us.
I warn you now. I don't sell to your kind, whether you have the coin or not. Where's your master anyway?
Etienne sent me.
Didn't know he had his own bearer. Business must be booming. All right. Quickly now, before the guards notice.
Same thing, heavy purse.
That isn't a burden off my back. And this is for Etienne.
All this for a drink.
Not just any drink. The very best. Specially distilled for my most discerning customers. The guards find that, they'll seize it before you can blink. You keep it well hidden, all right? If Etienne likes it, tell him there's more where that came from. For a price, of course.
Of course. Perfume, cigars, and spirits. Someone has expensive taste.
He does indeed, and to what end?
How can they afford to maintain them? I suppose there's only one way to find out.
I don't know if we want to, though. Maybe it's better left a mystery before we find out that we actually don't like any of these people and regret having helped them. It might be a good, revelation, though. We might learn that... I don't actually know what we're going to discover when we talk to this man. I don't know why I'm talking it up.
Ah, you have returned. I believe these are yours.
a box of cigars, essence of rose, and brandy wine.
Delightful. The dame will be pleased.
You don't say. And would she be pleased to learn what you had to exchange for those items?
You mean the crystal?
Oh!
My boy.
Why not just tell me?
They're crystals. It wasn't gold to begin with.
Honest man wears deception like shackles about his ankles. I couldn't risk you stumbling under the gaze of the guards. After all, we both know the punishment for dealing in unsanctioned crystals, even such morsels as I provide. And if you don't know what this day's work may have cost you, then, well, I dare say you'll sleep all the better for it. Despite the risk, our friends beyond the wall gladly give their finest and most treasured wares for the paltry crumbs I trade in.
I didn't realize crystals were so scarce here.
As scarce as chocobo teeth, hence the thriving market for even the scantest fragments. Do you think it vulgar that I profit from the hardship of others?
I think you're doing what you believe is necessary.
Yeah, indeed. And I don't doubt the dame would agree. A reward for a job well done. I have the goods I was commissioned to gather, and the guards are none the wiser. I thank you, as will our mutual friend when she hears of how you have aided me.
Big, long, awkward pause there. This screen takes too long. It still bothers me. And it's so big. You should be able to condense that without freezing the game. Okay, well, with the side quest completed, I guess now we can focus on the main story. Next time. Until then, thank you folks for watching. God bless you, and I'll see you later. Bye! Oh, I tell you, folks. I tell you. I'm tired now. Oh, I'm tired now. Oh, I think I'm going to go to bed. Well, no. Well, maybe. I might. Thank you all for watching, though. Thank you for your support. And I will see you in the next stream. Bye.